Hi, I'm Dave Letterman. How do we select one late-night program to repeat out of all of the many that we have taped over the years? Well, Pete Fatovich goes downstairs, pulls a tape off the shelf, and we put it on the machine. Quite a beautiful story, isn't it?
From New York, birthplace of milk and cookies, it's Late Night with David Letterman. Tonight, Tony Randall, radio personality Kim Williams, and Richard Belzer. Also, fewer males. And now, a man who was the former shoe clerk to Imelda Marcos, David Letterman.
Thank you very much. Welcome to the program. You know, people come up to me all of the time and they say, Dave, where do you get the confidence to come out here and do a show every night on network TV? And I'll tell you what gives me the confidence. It's the confidence in knowing that in high school, I wasn't too big a geek. Let me see these. Thank you. Excuse me, which way to metal shop? Oh, brother. All along, I had the feeling my folks were hoping for a kidnapping. I don't know, We got a bunch of these. Now, how many are there? Just like 4? And that's all, right? There's no more at home or anything. All right, keep them to yourselves, for heaven's sakes. Ooh. Welcome to the program, ladies and gentlemen. You know, I'm coming down to the hallway to do the show tonight, Paul. Yeah. And this NBC executive gets on the elevator with me. He's very excited. He's worked himself up into a veritable lather. And I think we all know how painful that can be. So he says to me, he says, I'm so excited. He says, I've really got the jump on everybody this time. And I said, well, that's great. What's going on? And he says, a month ago, I started setting my watch ahead a minute every day. He says, now when daylight savings time gets here, I'll be all ready. So, remember, was it last year or early this year, the big leak at Union Carbide in Institute, West Virginia? In where? Where? No, this is another one of their leaks. These people have been leaking all over the globe. Anyway, they were fined. Federal courts fined them $4,000. $4,000 fine. 135 people were injured. $4,000 fine for injuring 135 people. Boy, that'll teach them, won't it? And now that we're getting along with the spring training and the new baseball season is just around the corner, we're starting to hear some complaints about the new baseball drug testing law. The Cleveland Indians are unhappy about it. They're not against the testing per se. It's just that the players keep dropping the specimen jars. So you know. Ladies and gentlemen, my musical director for the last 25 years, Mr. Paul Schaefer. Paul?
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. What a great tradition, I think, to introduce your musical director at the top of the show.
Well, thank you.
It sets a glitzy
thank you, Paul.
kind of a tone for
I'm
the show.
proud. I'm proud to be able to introduce you every night on the program.
Thank you. I'm proud to be introduced, and I think it's...
Speaking of proud, were you proud last night when we unveiled the monkey cam? We had a monkey out here with a camera on its head. We got this... we got this camera. We had to borrow a camera from ABC because NBC would not loan it to us. Our own Our own network says, oh, we don't want our cameras being touched by monkeys. And I said, hey, look around, look around.
Oh, no.
It's a joke. These are just
That's
little jokes.
not nice.
Now, relax, relax. So we had to borrow a camera, this tiny little camera. It's actually a phenomenal device. We borrowed it from ABC, correct? Okay. $7,000 camera.
Yeah.
We busted it. But we'll tape it up and get it back to him, won't we? Okay, that was the monkey cam last night. And tonight, I think we got a terrific program. It's Thursday night, so this is the opportunity that we take each week. It's our way of saying thanks for your participation, your help, your cooperation, your support in the program. We answer on Thursday nights our voluminous viewer mail. And people say, Dave, is this actual viewer mail? And I say, hey, if it weren't, would I be able to do this? And ladies and gentlemen, tonight, once again, to illustrate the principle of the pyramid of comedy, our own stage manager, Biff Henderson. Biff, come on out and begin the illustration of the principle of the pyramid of comedy.
Letter number 1.
Letter number 1, one of the building blocks in the pyramid. Thank you very much, Biff. Letter number 1, we're building that jumbo pyramid of comedy. Let's get right to it. Dear Dave, I tape your show every night and then watch it the next morning about the same time the Today Show is on. Sometimes I am still half asleep and I can't tell the difference between your show and the Today Show. What clues can I look for to distinguish your show from the Today Show? Dan Gabby, West Covina, California. Well, Dan, there's only one difference I can think of. Nobody tapes the Today Show. It's only a joke. Biff Henderson with another building block in the pyramid of comedy.
Letter number 2.
Dear Dave, you seem to say a lot of cruel and cold things on your show. How about saying something nice and warm for once? Regards, Mark Beer, Middlebury College. Well, all right, I'll try, Mark. You know, it was awfully nice of you to write us this very lovely letter, Mark, and we certainly hope that we'll be hearing from you sometime in the very near future. Once again, thanks again, and please keep writing, okay?
Letter number 3.
Dear David, Johnny Carson always makes fun of Ed McMahon's drinking. Is there something that Paul does that you can make fun of? Your biggest fan, Mike Clarici, Napa, California. Yeah, you know, I didn't really want to get into it. There is something that I could make fun of. It's obvious. I just choose to ignore it, and we'll just let it go at that. But thanks for that.
No, that's all right, you know. It's okay. Whatever
Let's see,
it is, it's
something here?
obvious, you know, doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. Well, no, it's a little embarrassing, that's all, Paul.
No, I know what it is. It's Naomi Jane, isn't it?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, it is. It's
Well.
Naomi Jane.
Let me tell you something. Adopting Naomi Jane was the smartest thing I ever did, David Letterman.
All right.
And if you ever make fun of her in front of all these people again, I'm out of here.
Okay, Paul. All right. Thank you.
I'm
Please,
history.
please forgive me. I'm
I'm
awfully sorry. All right.
It's all right, man.
Here. All right. Let's get on with the next letter, shall we? I'm sorry, Paul.
It's all right, Naomi. Naomi's upset now.
What do we have there, Biff?
Oh, letter number 4.
Okay. All right. Letter number 4. Dear Dave, how do you keep your eyes off some of the big knockers that have been on the show? A spectator, Stephen G. Crawford, Hinsdale, Illinois. Stephen. Have you looked at a calendar lately, Stephen? It's 1986. Aren't we past the point of judging a woman by the size of her headlights? You know, Stephen, women are a lot more than just a pair of canteens, so believe me, take it from somebody who knows that it's just about time for a music cue. There we go. the chairman of the board of NBC and the chief executive officer, Mr. Grant Tinker. Grant, nice to see you tonight, sir. How are you? Thank you for coming by.
Tom, for that little speech you just made about women's mazoopas, it's my privilege
It's not
to be...
mazoopas. Try it again.
Mazambas.
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 Mazoopas. Maybe you should be helping Biff is what you should be doing. Okay, let's
It's
go.
my privilege to present to you with this Humanitas Award.
Oh, thank you very much. That's very kind
Your
of you.
courageous insistence that the size of a woman's brain is more important than the size of a Hooters is a major step forward in bridging the gap between the sexes.
Okay, thank you.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much.
And you folks at home, be sure and watch the Today Show tomorrow morning when Jane Pauley laughs it up with Mel Carter.
Thank you very much, Grant. I understand you're retiring next summer. Oh, golly. It's a magic night for America, isn't it?
Letter number 5.
Thank you very much, Biff. Nice job. Thank you very much. Biff, what have we helped to illustrate here tonight?
The pyramids are heavy.
No.
For one thing.
Were there many pharaohs named Biff?
I think so, Dave.
Okay, Biff. Thank you very much.
All right.
Nice working with you.
Pleasure, Dave.
Letter number 5. 10 women of the Woodcrest Women's League of Cherry Hill, New Jersey will be in New York City on May 21st and would very much enjoy seeing your show. Phyllis Levy, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Oh, brother, you ladies have a lot of nerve asking to come here again after what happened last time. You remember, Paul, the night the women from Cherry Hill, New Jersey were here? We could keep this up for hours, Edie claims, but the National Guard won't let us. Hey, now, wait a minute, hold on, ladies, you know, we went to a lot of trouble to reserve a block of seats for you folks from New Jersey. Now, the least you can do is not spoil the show for the rest of us, okay?
Ted Nugent!
Oh. You know, wait a minute. You knew Ted Nugent was not on the show. He's never been booked for tonight's show. This was explained to you in the line. Oh, now that does it. Security. Look, get these people from Cherry Hills out of here. Come on, hey. Wait a minute. So you see, it would be stupid to have these folks back. We got a great show. Tony Randall is here from National Public Radio. Kim Williams is here. Richard Belzer and David Sanborn with our fine band tonight. Come on back, folks. We'll have a fun time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the program. A nice show tonight, eh, Paul? Yeah. We're going away right afterward, aren't we?
Swinging
We're
to
going
the
on a
coast.
little trip.
Yeah.
Paul and I are going to California for the weekend.
Swinging out
Big
there.
excitement. My next guest, ladies and gentlemen, my first guest actually, is an actor, a patron of the arts, a man of fine taste, and I understand moments ago backstage he goosed one of our staff members. He will be appearing this Sunday at Lincoln Center in an homage to Stravinsky. Please welcome Mr. Tony Randall. It's always nice to see you. It's a very nice sport jacket.
Thank you.
Now, is it true? Did you actually sneak up behind somebody backstage?
Yes, I did.
Now, who was it and why did you do it? Well, don't mention
I
the
don't
name.
know her name.
Yeah, but why did you do it?
It was there. I didn't goose, I pinch.
Oh, I see. What would be the difference?
When you pinch, you use 2 fingers and you gather some flesh.
Yeah, and what about the other?
You use only 1 finger,
And
and the rest is history.
it's well, I didn't realize there was that big a difference.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Now, how did the person react? I'm sure she slapped you silly.
She asked me to marry her.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course she did. Was she embarrassed? Was she surprised?
No, she turned and faced me with her mazoopas, and dared me to proceed.
Oh, good Lord, really?
Yes.
Well, maybe I should have the name
Yes.
of this person then.
Yes, all right.
Now, last time you were here, you were pushing this wine, this like $4 a bottle wine that you just got in a crate of it off the dock somewhere. And tonight, I understand you're here to plug something else.
You did it already.
Well, let's get it out of the way. Let's
Yeah.
just be upfront about it and take care of it.
Sure. Sunday night, I'm appearing in an all-Stravinsky program, as you said, at Tully Hall up at the Lincoln Center, 65th and Broadway.
What will be the nature of the presentation?
Well, it'll be all Stravinsky in my part of it. He wrote a work for orchestra and actors called L'Histoire du Soldat, the soldier story.
The soldier's story.
And I played the devil in it. And
Do you have a little devil suit that you wear?
a real actor doesn't need artificial
Accoutrements.
aids to the imagination. He can make an audience think anything he wants to think.
So what will you be wearing in your part as the devil?
I have this red suit with horns on it.
And will you... And will you be running through this auditorium filled with classical music buffs, goosing people or pinching people?
Any chance I get? Wouldn't you?
Well, I think it's a felony, isn't it? You can't just assault somebody like that.
No, it's not a felony.
Okay, now you must be a big Stravinsky fan then, are you?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. He's not a composer I love, whom I
Who is a composer you love? Wagner?
No, I don't love Wagner.
Beethoven?
Yes, above all. Yes. Bach. Verdi.
How about Sibelius?
Their part. No, he's not someone I love and think of all the time. I think of, well, it's true. Certain composers I think of all day long, every day.
Like who?
Verdi mainly.
Oh, Verdi.
His music's always running in my head. At any time, I could stop the tape and tell you where I am.
So you're a pretty well-versed student of his work.
Not a student at all, just a fan.
Just a fan. And do you like all kinds of music? Do you like popular music, contemporary music, rock and roll?
I don't like rock very much, no.
Why? No, why is that?
It's too simple. It's monotonous. It's 3 or 4 chords, same level of loudness always. It's never soft, never louder.
But
it has no variation.
Yeah, but there must be some of it that you. There must be some of it that you enjoy. I mean, you must have heard something occasionally that strikes your fancy.
Never once.
Oh no, is that true?
True.
Now, what about the Beatles? What about Elvis Presley?
No.
What about Dee Snider?
Never heard of it. Would I like Dee Snider?
Well, I think you probably would, yeah. Because, I think you might. I think there's a good chance that you would.
No.
Don't think so. What about television? Do you watch a lot of television?
I don't really watch television at all.
Now, why is that?
There's nothing to watch. The only thing I watch is the commercials. I tune out the program and then I turn it on quickly to get the commercial because they're the best thing on television.
You think so?
Oh, they're the only decently done things.
Can you give us an example?
No, it's hard to find anything to give you an example about. But
Well, I'm glad you brought it up.
I feel that you can study commercials and learn about trends.
Well, that's absolutely true.
And
because the commercials start the trends, or vice versa.
And now
Which is it?
there's a trend now, and I think it's unmistakable in commercials, towards tears.
Making people cry.
No, they cry in the commercial.
Oh, I see, yeah.
And I'm trying to figure out the meaning of this trend. I think it all began with those long-distance telephone commercials.
Oh, yeah.
Where people say goodbye to each other, and they cry. The actors cry at them, and they call each other up.
Right,
Yeah.
right, yeah.
And the saddest one was the one that said, I love you, Mama. Remember that one? Yeah. But now there's one where this sergeant is saying goodbye to his swell German buddies over in Germany. And the German fellow says, "Not so fast, Sergeant. We will miss you, And not so fast, Sergeant. And I don't know what those guys, I don't like anything about their relationship. But anyway, as soon as he gets to America, he calls them up.
Well, yeah.
And they're all there together waiting for his call. It's heartbreaking. But then there's one where it starts with a girl. She has very beautiful eyes. And she's looking like this. And she's crying. It's a wine commercial.
Oh.
Yeah. And the fellow says, didn't a man ever tell you he loved you before?
Yeah.
And more tears well up all the way. And she says, never the right one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think she's crying because he's bought her such a cheap wine. If he loves her, why didn't he buy her champagne?
Yeah. Or perhaps he's not the right one either.
That's what I think.
Yeah, just a long line of losers in this woman's life.
She just found out
Yeah.
that he's the wrong one because he didn't buy champagne.
Okay.
But no, I got another one.
Oh, no, well, we have to do one now. We have to do a commercial. We have to do a commercial, then we'll come back and you'll talk more about it.
All right.
All right?
Yeah.
It'll be all right. Don't worry. We'll be right back here with Tony Randall. Welcome back to the program. Tony Randall is here, and you were, we interrupted you in a flow. You had something, a stream of consciousness there you wanted to conclude.
Yeah, but it's ruined now. I lost the...
No, you're talking about commercials, and you just described the one where the woman's sobbing about the cheap wine.
The worst one of all is this child who wants to meet Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, see, these people obviously like that.
There's this child with bleach blonde hair, and she's crying in the beginning of the commercial. And she says, I guess I'll never meet Mickey. And then she goes... You know the one I'm talking about? And then her father says, I'm sorry, honey, we just don't have the money, or something like that. And then he comes in and says, it's okay, we're going. And they all go, and everything. So you wonder what happened between the moment when he realized he was dead broke, and he got the money and they went.
Well, you know what happened.
I think I know what happened. I think his wife took him aside and said, what do you mean we don't have the money?
Sure.
What am I going to tell that kid?
Yeah.
She wants to meet Mickey. And he said, I'm sorry, honey. We just can't cut it. I don't have it.
Right.
Besides which, if I had it, I wouldn't blow it on just meeting Mickey. And she says, what are you? I thought you were an American.
Yeah.
Are you one of these pinko liberals? He says, no, don't say that. Honestly, never. I'll get the money somehow. And he goes, and he embezzles it from his place of business.
Gee.
And then they all go to Disneyland, and they meet Mickey, and everybody's happy.
Yeah. Except he gets caught.
No, that's the end. Everybody's happy. He gets away with it. And
No. He does time in a federal prison. That's what happens.
Oh. And there he meets a very high-class type of guy who served at the highest levels of government,
Right.
and he uses that in to get a newspaper column.
Okay, sure. Yeah, why not?
And then what happened?
I don't know.
I know what happened. People extremely loyal to the government begin to leak the truth to him about little things.
And he becomes a national hero.
Yeah, except that they insist that he take a lie detector test.
Right.
And they find drugs in his eye drops.
Yeah, this is all very interesting, Mr. Randall. Now we're going to show you some ink blots that we have here on file. And see what you can make of those, if you will.
Yeah.
What kind of a kid were you? Did you ever have any demands or cravings that you imparted to your parents like that? I must do this. What kind of a kid were you? You were probably just nuts, weren't you?
I don't know.
Did you come from a big family of brothers and sisters? A lot of them?
I don't remember.
You don't remember if you had brothers or sisters?
No, I remember some kids being around. I just...
Do you get cards at the holidays from signed your sister, your brother?
People used to leave little presents on my bed and under my bed and hope that I would talk to them.
Yeah.
I went my own way.
At what age did you go your own way?
About 12.
About 12.
Yeah.
Sort of left them behind.
Yeah, I really did, actually.
Yeah. Do you have fond memories of those days before you sort of...
To be truthful, I had a marvelous childhood.
Yeah.
I can't imagine having a happier one.
Well, I bet you were beaten up a lot, though, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
Really?
Virtually every day of my life.
No. Some neighborhood toughs or bullies would swat you and so forth?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you would probably provoke it, too, wouldn't you?
No, I tried to avoid them.
Yeah.
And I tried to ignore them. But they'd hit me anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And were you pretty good with your mitts?
No,
Yeah.
and still am not.
Yeah.
I've never struck another human being.
Yeah, but you've goosed plenty of them, haven't you?
I once almost hit a man in the opera.
Uh-huh. He was probably a bore, wasn't he? Talking and
no,
being
he was
loud?
conducting in front of me.
Oh.
Yeah. He sat there conducting. It was Joan Sutherland and Lucia de Lammermoor. He conducted incessantly, and his hands always in my way. And came the big scene, the mad scene, best scene in the opera. And
that is my favorite.
he continued conducting, and I suddenly grabbed his shoulders. I said, "Stop that!" And I grabbed his shoulders hard enough to break them both.
Uh-huh.
And I've since seen him many times at the opera.
Yeah.
And he always looks
Well, sure.
You're going to hit me again.
Yeah. But he was upsetting you and probably others around you.
Everyone thanked me.
No, I don't
Yeah.
blame him. All right. All right, if you want to go see this deal for, it's an homage to Stravinsky.
Yes.
It's not a deal, it's an homage to
homage.
Stravinsky.
Yeah.
And it'll be a very nice, classy, well-executed performance, won't it?
Oh, yes, conducted
Yeah.
by Robert Kraft.
Yeah, and you'll be in your little red suit with the horns.
That's right.
All
That's where you'll know me.
Tony, nice to see you again.
Thank you, David.
Good luck, sir. Thanks for being here. We have to pause for station identification. We'll be right back.